So using the Hoover and the, I forgot the name of the tool now, bloody hell, chisel. Welcome back to the channel. If you saw last week's episode, we smashed a lot of glass.
And now we have to clean up the glass.
And there's a lot. Yeah, we've got a Hoover. We've got to get this glass sorted because it's absolutely everywhere and it's doing my head in. There's not much I can really do. We've now got a solution for the scrap. So the scrap can start to come out this weekend as well. So literally it's going to be a weekend of getting odd jobs done, seeing what we can find and getting this glass sorted. My main concern is getting the glass out of the window frames. I brought some tools that should be able to do that, and we'll see how we get on. I brought some gloves as well because we're working quite closely with the glass. So let's see how we get on. So we've just cleared the floor area up from the stairs sort of up to here, so all the glass shards have now disappeared. Hoover's great, it's got all the nooks and crannies. Now I need to start concentrating on the window sort of edge where the glass has gone in and been glued in to be in place. So I've got a knife, long knife which should get into the gunk and then slice that out, which is going to help. And then obviously I've got the chisels and hammers which we knock bits out with as well. My main concern is, I don't want it sharp so no one catches their arms on it as we're building, but it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be boxed back in anyway. So it's just getting the best of sort of both worlds to make sure it's safe and ready to go. So I'll probably start on the bottom and see how we go. We've still got quite a large chunk here, so I am going to use the chisel on that to knock that out. Get some goggles, get some clips. There's my chisel there, look. Oh, let's see how we get on. Trying to get out some of this bigger stuff to start with. See how we get on. Oh, it's like a recent, you see, it's tons of it. But it's all in the glue. So you can see here how it's got like the glue on. So it's a matter of just trying to get that glue out to without it breaking the window behind it. Give that a quick over up so it doesn't get everywhere again. So using the Hoover and the, I forgot the name of the tool now, bloody hell, chisel. It's left the edge really nice and tight. There's a bit of glass still in there, but it's not going in the way. So once I'll gunk this back in with some CT1, and you won't see the glass underneath. So it's just might just get it down to level with the ridge, which I'm pretty happy with. So we'll get these 3 windows done today with that, and then I'll feel a bit happier with the kids being up here. Hence why they're not being in the video yet. Just with there being so much glass laying around, I don't particularly want them up here while we're flaying it out. I also need to look at these windows again, some of this crap off it, and see how we get on with that. Be some panel wipe and see how we get on. So I've now got this bottom bit fully sort of cleared out and it's sort of level with the windowsill, and I'm going to obviously fill that in so there's more gunk in there. Probably use like a CT1 sealant or something just to fill that off. But now obviously I've got the sealant running down this side of the window screen, and I'm just basically using a chisel and a hammer just to get in behind the sealant like so, and then chop it off. Glasses on, it's flying everywhere. There we go. Right, so we get the oven now on that. That should look a bit better.
Yeah.
You got all this crop off again. I'll take a run for me now. Oh, I've got it. Ooh. frame's now fully clear glass, so you can run your finger across it and you're not getting cut. We're going to fill that in. While we're on each section, we might as well start taking out the polystyrene, because I am going to re-insulate it with better stuff than this. Plus, when you start taking it out, it doesn't look great, especially the bit we took down there the other day. But this is the outer skin of the bus. So if anyone wants to see what a bus looks like before, basically they just glue it on to the frame of the bus, and that's your outer sill. All this needs to go. It's utter horrible stuff. Ooh, get your finger in there. Ooh. So we've just cleared the area in front where we've done this sort of full bay now. So we've done the window, cleared all the edges up, removed the insulation that was there to the frame so we can work on the frame. Now we've just got to repeat it on this one again. It's really boring work, but it's stuff that needs to be done. Insulation is very important to make sure you get it right, to make sure it is warm and doesn't breathe and there's no leaks. So we'll start taking the glass out first on this one, then we'll start on the frame and see how we get on. Then we've got the other window over here to do. Also, we've been looking at the aircon. We're going to rip all the electrical cables out later on today to get the cabling out of that, so we can get everything sort of drained out of that and start removing the pods. What do you reckon, Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
That is the plan. So let's crack on. Time. So this one out is now fully on, which was off on the stairs. All the installation's removed. All the glass is now out where I can run my hand across it and not cut my hand. We can reseal them next week. And we've done the same with this bay as well. All the glass is out. Cleared the floor. All the nails that were left in there are out as well. The next thing we're going to do, because I'm just trying to do things in order, is I'm going to remove the electrics from the air conditioning. Now I've had this checked and there is no gas in it, which is great. So we can cut all this. And then we'll see about cutting the copper pipe as well into the unit, just so this bit over the head is also clear. So we'll get snipping some electrical cables. I've got some proper snips this week as well, and we'll crack on with that before we move on to the other side. Here we go.
I'm guessing they're all dead.
Yeah. Isolated a lot. Bit by bit. I had a judo coach called Tiger, and he used to say, "How do you eat an elephant?" And you say, bit by bit. It's very much the same with this. Here we go, through this on this one. Here we go. There we go. So if we snip these down all the way, the cable should just come off. Sure, these ones will do the other bits, snipping the cable. So, really bad again. This is Cliff, who I mentioned last week in the window video. Cliff works for Star Coaches and he's a coach mechanic. And he's very kindly helping us sort the aircon units out. So he's testing them this morning and there's no fluid in it, or gas, which is great. And we've been here probably about an hour now and I've not recorded anything because, you know, that's what we do. So far what we have done, we've tested on this compressor and the compressor that's in the boot, the gas, and they're both empty, so we know we can take it apart. We've taken off the main feeds, or Cliff has, front one and back one, and now we're just disconnecting the electrics on this electric board so we can start removing this stuff, so then next weekend we can start taking the pods out the roof and seeing what space we've got there. But yeah, it's cold, and we're meant to be doing windows today, but it's boring, so we're not.
Change of scenery.
Change of scenery. The kids are finding euros. That's going to be good when I go to Lanzarote soon. Charlie, what are you doing, Charlie? Eating and being a dinosaur. It's just like a family day out. Just we're doing the work and these lot are doing nothing. Nicole's cooking breakfast though, so we can't complain. So yeah, we're going to keep disconnecting this thing and see how we get on.
Hey. There's enough work to do without you helping.
That's running upwards somewhere. This one?
Yeah. Go on.
We've got some plugs on the end.
Let's snip the solenoid off. Go for it.
That. So, and we've got
That big fat one.
that big fat one. That white one we'll pull out from your side. This one. Some serious cable going into this. Obviously we're 3-phase, so it's going to be thick. But that gets rid of all the electrical cable out of there, which now just means that there's the 2 inlet pipes and outlet pipes that go to the pods, which then run all the way down here into oblivion. Oh, somewhere down there. But we shall see. So we're just sort of following the cables round. So the 2 main aircon pipes that go into this compressor are here, but then we've got 2 more aircon pipes here, electrical cable that runs out of here and along the top to the back, going to the silver box, which is the other side. Now, I think a lot of things have been added to this bus in its life, which weren't here when they were new. Possibly they were there, but it doesn't make much sense. So we're just going to take the front of this box off with some 10 mils and see what's inside there. We'll have to start emptying this out so we can start moving bits and bobs around, because it's getting a bit thin. We've got loads of bedding as well. So if you don't follow us on Facebook, Six in the Bus on Facebook, we'll be putting the bed on there. So if you need some bedding for anything, homeless project, you just need some bedding, you need some really simple bedding, please hit us up, we'll get it sent out to you. We can sort that out for you. More electrics. Oh, freaking hell. So me and Cliff are just sort of chasing cables around. We found they're going everywhere. There's one here that goes for this grill, so I'm going to take this side of this grill out, which I think leads us up to the top of the bus. Trying to find part of the aircon. If we can get it out. Oh, need to get this block round. Get this block round. Alright, let's have a look. You got them screws for me? Oh, then we'll see what we can find here. Oh, there's one there, look. That's for the angle. That should then. Oh, here we go. Take off the grill. Put it on the floor for me, Pops. And as you can see, we exposed more of our stalls. Looking really bad in there, but at least we've got access to this pipe now, which then goes up stairs. So Cliff's had a quick look at like where the aircon's coming from, and we're going to undo this electrical box this side and pull the cables through the entire bus to basically get them out. So we'll undo all of these, pull the cables through, which then run around the other side, round the back, down this side. Some of them come through to this breaker here, and some are going upstairs. So we pull them through, we know we've got all the crap out and now to worry about. So we've just chucked Poppy in the bus. You saying hello, Pops?
Hi.
What are you doing?
Cutting these.
Cutting the cable ties off. Give it a squeeze. No, squeeze the snips. If you squeeze them, put them on, that's it, and squeeze. They'll cut them.
Hi.
You alright?
Yeah.
You're getting on well, aren't you? Got a couple out.
Ow.
That's it, and give it a good squeeze.
It's
That's a thick one, isn't it? Put it back on again. I'll give you a squeeze on that one. That's it, right? Ready? Squeeze together. Oh, it's alright. Right, squeeze it in. See, ready? 1, 2, 3, let go. There we go. God, that was a tough one, wasn't it? There we go. So we now got Phoebe in the hole as well. Just show everyone what you've done.
so I've undone this one that Poppy couldn't do, and I've done these two, which were a bit thinner, but not as thin. So yeah. And we got all the cable ties out. Yeah, and it's very squashed and cramped in here.
Nice one. So I think we're going to try and pull some of these cables through now from the other fuse box and see how we get on. Oh, you alright? You missed that. We pull in and we've got it.
Woohoo!
Oh, now we've got a cable here
That's still connected.
on a ring. Oh, that's going upstairs. So I presume that's following this. This weighs an absolute ton.
What is it?
It's all the aircon piping.
Oh, is it all the cabling? Oh, look at all the dust coming off that. Nice.
Milk, bread, sandwich meat, toilet wipes.
And we're presuming this is what's going.
Will it not come down from upstairs?
Yeah, I need to get in there now. See where that's running, because we think it's running to this bit here, but then there's also some of it that runs around the back of the firewall, like down here when I electrocute myself with the battery, that goes to the breaker. So we just need to figure out which way around it goes. So we'll empty some stuff out and have a look. So we've just started disconnecting now the breaker, which is these cables that run around from the other side. We've uncable tied them all here now. So we're just undoing this. We've undone them actually from the screws rather than cutting them, so we know we've got it all out. So that clears all of that. And there's two down the back, and then it should pull through on that one, which we will do to get them out. So as we said, we're dismantling this. I've just literally undone the two screws that hold the actual breaker in, and look at this wiring. And this is why I'm so glad we're ripping it out. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. There's not much light in here. Can you see the cables there? All exposed. So you've got a torch, give you a bit more light. So you can, I'll probably put an arrow on the screen. Can you see all the electrics? Can you just hold the camera there with your thumb? It's like 6 hands on one thing here. Here, all exposed wire touching each other. It's hard to see, but that is why it's so important just to get this all out and start afresh. I'd rather spend a bit more money getting it right than doing this, having it 6 months and it catches and sets on fire. It's a scary thing. I know it's all the aircon, but still, if you hadn't done it and left the loom in and there's power to it, it is a possibility. So this is the view of the wiring that I was telling you about. Now we've got it out, you can actually see a bit better. Just try and zoom in on it. But yeah, it's fully exposed, which is really worrying. So I'm glad this is all coming out, which is obviously where the power's been coming in. So that all needs to be replaced.
Is that the charging cable?
That's what's charging the bus, basically. Just another bit of scrap wire. We're just going to the main consumer board now, which I will show you. Here we're going to take all this out. There is a cable which comes from the aircon sort of feed that comes down into this one here, so we'll undo all the breakers to take all the electrics out, because this is obviously for the electrical system of like the sockets that are in the bus, which most of them are out now, more the lights, which again most of it's out now, so there's nothing internal to the bus running, because that's all over that side that we found to worry about. So you join us another about an hour later and we just ripped everything out. So that's the aircon unit, wasn't it? Like the control centre, which has revealed all this space that was just dead behind it. We've got so much wiring that's come out. This unit's now dead. The water tank's out. Very small water tank. We're sort of just hoping everything still works that needs to work. We've got lots of cables that go underneath the bus that we need to obviously fire back. Some of them are power cables, so they'll go to some sort of battery source. There's some aircon pipes going into this unit here, which will 10mm nut off at some point and have a look in there as well. Took the unit off. Aircon fans, another radiator.
Yeah.
Got one ball that doesn't want to shift, so we'll probably have to angle grind that out, just bend it off. But again, oh, your hat's gone now, Cliff.
Hey.
The hat's gone, the hat's gone.
Fucking thief.
Naked.
Not now.
Not now. So we just got to our next park up. It's been a bit of a whirlwind of a weekend. We sort of, what you've seen in the last sort of 20 minutes is like 2 days. So that's Saturday and Sunday. And I was getting very bored of doing the glass. And obviously when Cliff came up, it was a great help to obviously do the aircon pods. It's really opened my eyes, filming this bit of footage, how much more work has got to go into this bus compared to what the fleet line was. Not in terms of I can't be bothered to do it, more than got the energy of anything to go and get this project done. But with it being a much newer coach, there's a lot more to it. So next weekend we'll start sort of looking at the aircon pods and the aircon units that we just found in that last clip, on how we're going to remove them and get the rest of it out. But it's certainly a lot bigger job than we've found. Need to get better with filming stuff, because we did about 4 or 5 hours not recording, where lots of stuff came out. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. Happy to come back to you on them. And thank you very much for watching if you made it this far, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.